What's up, everybody? It's Jaggy here, and I'm kind of lazy slash not feeling the best right now. So I'm gonna be making a reaction video to AFC Wimbledon versus uh, Peterborough United in my bed, not on my chair as usual. So I wanted to do a live stream too, but I overslept mainly because I'm not feeling the best. So I just decided to sleep in a little more. So I pulled the game back. I went on the live broadcast and I just pulled the game back a little bit. Went to the recording, but Wimbledon 2-1 victory against Peterborough in their second game at Plough Lane. First victory in Plough Lane, back in Plough Lane after 29 years. I gotta say that was a decent game. It was a lot better than the Crawley Town FA Cup game for sure. I gotta say that. Um, First half was they didn't play poorly, Wimbledon, but they played in their typical fashion, sitting back waiting for the counter. uh, Peterborough had a lot of spell of possession, and they created two chances, one of which Daniel Chukka would have liked to have had back. He kind of lost his mark a little bit down the wing, but he was still in position to recover the ball, but then the player just touched it around him. He got beat completely there, and then the player just played it down the middle, and there was a shot off the crossbar. Could have easily converted that. So that was a scary situation there. It was around the 11th minute, but luckily they came away with that one. Wimbledon did, and then there was another chance. Peterborough just knocking it around in the middle of the park and getting a left-footed effort, a curler right over the crossbar. That one didn't go in either. Yeah, I don't know too much about Peterborough. Actually, I couldn't catch who was the one that missed the opportunity in the 11th minute. That was a hell of an opportunity there from Peterborough right at the penalty spot. It was a free shot after Chukka got beat. And yeah, the second one was a very good curled effort. Anyway, so Wimbledon's chances in that first half were kind of few and far between. They did have a chance in the second minute with Nesta Guinness-Walker and Redoni knocking it around in the left-hand side. 1-2 played to Redoni. Redoni played it over the top, and Pickett almost getting a header on that one, I believe, but just barely over his head on that one. And then there was an opportunity around the middle of the first half when there was a cross into Pickett, and he got pulled down, or so it seemed. I think he was trying to milk a penalty there, but had he stayed on his feet, he could have maybe knocked it down for somebody that was at the top of the box or something. But Joe Pickett being Joe Pickett, he tried to milk a little bit of contact there. Tried to milk it. Try to get the penalty. Didn't get it. Other than that, they didn't really create too many chances. But they did hold strong defensively. Aside from that one mistake from Chukka, they didn't allow Peterborough to create too many chances. They defended better than usual today. The second half, Wimbledon started to change the momentum up a little bit. Usually they change momentum up with substitutions like Ollie Palmer coming in, or Jack Redoni when he was in the bench. When Palmer and Redoni came in the both the Doncaster and no, Gillingham, it was Redoni starting, but usually when Redoni would be coming off the bench, he would be providing a lot of danger there. Redoni hasn't had too good of a track record this season starting games, but today he was all over the place. Jack Redoni was solid today, and he actually had a couple of shots today, one of which led to a goal. There was a good spell of possession from Wimbledon playing it around. Joe Pickett, while he didn't find the ball too much, whenever he was on the ball, he played some very good passes. A couple minutes before the goal, it was a spell of possession. Joe Pickett playing it out to the right-hand side to Hardigan. Hardigan playing it down the middle to Redoni. And Redoni getting a shot off, deflected for a corner. I think like 2 or 3 minutes later, another chance for Redoni. Found himself at the top of the box, hit it far corner, down on the left-hand side, across his body. Goalkeeper saved it. Ryan Longman on the rebound, and Longman was another good player today. Longman was all over the pitch. He was receiving most of the knockdowns, not the knockdowns, but he was holding the ball up a lot. Usually Joe Pickett's the hold-up player, but Longman found himself in that role today, and he was fairly active, and he was involved in a lot of the attacking play for Wimbledon today. So fair play to Longman, fair play to Redoni. They were on form today. They were on point, and Che Alexander made the start today, and The ball was played more towards Nesta Guinness-Walker's side, but when Che Alexander was called upon to defend, he defended pretty well. And then Guinness-Walker also defended pretty well. He was making the start over Shane McLaughlin, who's usually the one that starts, and he's the one that goes up and down the field and provides the pace on the attack and good work rate on the back. But he wasn't playing today. Guinness Walker played today. He focused a little bit more defensively than Shane McLaughlin. He's a little more defensive minded, but he does get up there every now and again. Guinness Walker also defended well today. Overall, the back line was solid, aside from that one mistake from Chaka in the first half. Nightingale was called upon once again to start, and he did play well. And Hennigan was my video cut out. Sorry, but Hennigan was very consistent today. I gotta say I'm very happy with the signing of Ben Hennigan. Won a couple of headers and was the marshal in the back. He actually threw his body on the line in one of Peterborough's chances around somewhere around the 75th or 76th minute around. Hartigan lost his mark actually when Peterborough were possessing. Hartigan lost his mark at the top of the box, and the ball was played to, I think it was Dembele at the top of the box. I don't quite remember, but he took a shot, and Hennigan threw himself at the shot and deflected it out for a corner. Had that not happened, it could have given Truman some problems. So fair play to Hennigan for that particular play and for defending pretty well throughout the game. And I got to say, there was also another opportunity, but I got to say Dembele for Peterborough seemed to be like the most dangerous player on paper, but he didn't really do that well. Whenever he was on the ball, he didn't really create too many chances, wasn't dangerous enough, and gave the ball away at one point. That actually led to a counterattack. Hartigan played it over to Piggott. Piggott played a very good ball over to Chislett, who just came on, by the way, and Chislett, juked the other guy out and drew the foul at the top of the 18. Chislett coming in around the 86th minute, already providing a threat, like the first touch on the ball, first minute into the game, already drawing the foul. And Piggott, the free kick off the underside of the crossbar. So close. That was when they were 2-1 up, by the way. Peterborough's goal came from a free kick, which was a very, very well taken free kick. Not the best wall placement from Truman. The ball kind of went around the wall a little bit. And Hartigan actually turned his body to the side a little bit, which probably helped it along its way. But Truman probably should have moved the wall a little bit more to the right there. If my phone cut out again, my phone's running out of memory, so I got to make this quick, guys. I've been skipping ahead a lot. So the first goal for Wimbledon was, a very well-worked goal. Longman on the tap, and I already talked about that. Second goal for Wimbledon, I didn't talk about that one. I talked about the goal for Peterborough when they were already 2-0 ahead. So the second goal for Wimbledon was a corner kick, kind of a scrappy goal. Peterborough, they tried to head it clear, but it bounced off a Wimbledon player, and then everyone from Peterborough lost track of the ball, except for one man, Joe Piggott, who just tapped it in. Poacher's goal, instinctual. He just has the instincts, Joe Piggott. Even if he has a bad game, he didn't really have a bad game, but he never really found the ball too much. But whenever you give Joe Piggott a chance, he will certainly convert, and he did so there. And overall, solid game from Wimbledon. Defended pretty well for 90% of the game there, and did enough to win, I'd say. Peterborough will probably felt hard done by. They probably felt that they could have at least come away with a point there. But they weren't clinical enough with their chances, and they didn't really create as many chances as they should have. So Wimbledon, I feel like they deserve the win there. I feel like they played a lot better than they did against Crawley Town in the FA Cup. They played with a lot of resolve, a lot of heart, and I'm very proud of the performance. So come on, you Dons. See you guys next time.